Okay, welcome to revision 4. We're going to look at adding, subtracting, multiplying and dividing fractions and mixed numbers. So a whole range of fraction work which you can find other resources too that helps you, but I'm literally going to answer just the questions I've set out for you so that you can see how to do it. So when you multiply fractions, you simply times the top numbers together and the bottom numbers together, and then you see at the end whether you can round it down or not. Here you can't. When you divide a fraction, here's a tip: keep, change, flip. Okay, when you want to divide a fraction, here's a tip: keep the first one, change the sign to a times, and then flip the third one around. And then you go back to the original way, like we did earlier. Times the top numbers together and the bottom numbers together. And in this case, you can see that things do simplify down by halving. And there you go. So let's look at the next one. 3/4 minus 2/5. So slightly harder now. So what you need to do is have the same bottom numbers. Here you don't have to worry about that, but in this case, minusing and adding, you do need them. So I'm going to simply times that bottom by 5 and that bottom by 4 so that they become over 20. And the sign is take away. And whatever I did to the bottom, I do to the top. Times that by 5. Here I times that by 4. So times that by 4. Boom. And then it's a case of saying 15 take away 8 is 7 over 20. 15 20ths minus 8 20ths is 7 20ths. If you actually say it, it actually sometimes sounds the way you should make it sound, and that helps you. And then finally, on this one, 3/4 plus 2/9. Similar technique to here. I'm going to have to multiply bottom ones together by a certain number. So here I'm going to times that by 9 rather, and that by 4. So it's over 36, over 36, and you're adding. And then I've got to say whatever I did to the bottom, I do to the top. Times that by 9, 27, times that by 4, 8. And now you're simply going to add those together. 27 36ths plus 8 36ths is something 36th. Add to get together, 35. And that's how you times, divide, subtract and add. One thing I haven't put in there, which you might want to know, is mixed numbers. What is a mixed number? Well, it mixes a whole number with a fraction. And so you're going to think, okay, when you're adding, taking away, dividing, generally, not always, but generally it's easier to do it as what we call a top heavy or a vulgar improper fraction. How do I convert that? Well, what I have to say is that 4 comprises of 4 whole units, and I can subdivide those 4 whole units into, in this case, a third. Why? Because I want to know how many thirds in total there are in this number set. So I've got 4 lots of 3 here, 12, plus that one is 13. So how to convert from mixed to improper is a nice way of doing that. It's 4 times the 3 plus the 1 makes a 13. And if you want to go the other way, so if you want to say, well, what is 17 over 5 as a mixed number, then you simply just do bus stop method. How many 5s in 17? I know that there are 3 5s, remainder 2. So it's going to be 3 and 2/5 left over. And that's how I do those.